Hello there, my name is Alan. Welcome to Watch Whisperer. Thanks ever so much for popping in today. What we got here today is a nice Oriosa waterproof watch. I think it was made in the 1960s or 1970s. Before I was on camera, I had to take the links off because it was so hard to come off. But apparently, this is the case is gold plated. It's Inca block and it's waterproof and it's Swiss made. Okay, I got this from a family member. It does work. Only problem is that the case back doesn't come off. So before I get started, could you please like and please subscribe, please, as it would help watch my videos on my YouTube channel grow, please. I want to get as many subscribers as I can. What I'm going to do to this case back though is, because I can't get it off, I've tried, I want to do what I've seen on YouTube, and that's put a bit of super glue on and a nut and then get it away from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the super glue there. There's the nut. So what I'm going to do is put dab there, dab there, and a dab there. There you go. And let it dry. Okay, I've got my socket ready. I've got my socket ready. So what I'm going to do now is try and do it and take it off. So let's see what we can do. Nope, that didn't work. So bear with me. Now it's tight on there. Now it's dried. I'll see what we can do because it was very thing to do. Here we go. Ready? Ready? It did work then after all that. Thank God for that. Yes. Now we can see what it's. Now we can see what it is like inside. Are we ready? Let's go and see. Wow. Look at that. That's inside there. Let me get the. Look at that bad boy. That's beautiful. What do you reckon to that then? Absolutely gorgeous. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of an Omega watch inside. It really does. But it's lovely. Now I've got to try and get the glue off that. So what I've heard is you put it in acetone and isopropyl. So what I'll do, I'll take the top off now, as I've got it here. Look, I'll drop it in now. So bear with me. Then hopefully it will work. You see, and there you go. How's that? It's a stonker of a watch, isn't it? Oh yes, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look, I've never known nothing like it. What I'm going to do to now is I've got to see if I can let the mainspring down now. So there you go. As you can see, I'm letting the mainspring down. Now it's stopped. There you go. How's that? It's a lovely watch though. I'd like to know what it was when it was made. It's a Swiss made, 17 jewels. As you can see, it's got the Inca block there. That's what it says. Right, let's get cracking. Now what I'm going to do is I want to take that screw off there and that screw off there. If I can get a smaller screwdriver. Let's go and have a look. Now I want the yellow one. That's the one. There you go. There's one. As you can see, you turn it and it just moves. That there. Turn this one, and then it should, I think, if I put that there like that upside down, it should. Oh, bear with me. I know what I forgot to do. Sorry about that. And that is take the winding stem off. There you go. So that's a small winding stem, isn't it? Hey. Now, hopefully, how's that? Nope. There you go. Finally got it off. After all that. Look how dodgy it is compared to my finger. Hey. Look how small it is, look. Can you see that? There you go. Look at the patina on it there, though. Look, it's amazing, isn't it? Hey. And there is the case for it, which it looks... It is pretty... Yeah, it's nice coloured, but it needs a good clean. Okay. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'll put the winding stem back in. There you go. And then I'll pull the wind out, set it to 10 o'clock, look. And then what I'll do, I'll get my trusty, my little piece of plastic. I've got my hand removers here, look. So hopefully this should. There you go. There's one bit, look, there you go. As you can see, I've took the seconds hand off and the hour and the hour hands on off. Okay, I'll put them safe in my tray. What I'm going to do now is take the winding stem and the dial. So bear with me. How's that? So there is the dial feet there. There's the dial feet screw there. I will get the right one. There you go, there's one. Where's the other one? Is that's it. There. There you go. There's a good dial. How's that dial? The dial feet are perfect. There's the little holes there where the screws go in. And I presume there's one there as well. Look. There you go. Put that in there. There you go. There is the nice washroom. Doesn't it remind you of an Omega? What do you reckon? Can you tell me in the comments below, please? There's a dart washer, which I'm going to take off. Slippery little sucker. That's what that is. Now for the our hand. What I'm going to do now is take off the winding stem. There you go. Gone off now. Look, there you go. How's that? Alright, what I'm going to do now is take off. I want to put it in a holder, so bear with me. Okay. This is a very tiny movement, so you have to bear with me. Okay. It's really tiny, this. Wow. Really tiny. So bear with me. I've got to make it maybe small, but it is quite nice. I think this is the watch that was gradually it was passed down from the grandma to the daughter, and then from the daughter to the other family member. If I think that's what's going on. What I'm going to do now is take away. You know, is take away the balance now. There you go. There's the balance screw there. Let me just get my trusty. I'll get my black stick. I know I've got a red one and I've got a black one of these. Okay. There's a screw for it. You see it? Now, let's see if I can get it off. I'm trying to take this take away this. There you go. Sorry about that. How's that? There you go. It's all together there, look. Okay. All together there. Now I've got rid of that. What I can do now is take away the pallet cock. Okay. So bear with me. I've got to admit though, It has been a lovely day today. Well, it rained this morning, and then it's brightened up now. It's brightened up. See, there's the thing for that. There's a screw for the cock for that bit there. Wow. It is a very, very small watch. I'm not sure if I've ever done one of this before, but it's very small. And there's the cock moved out of the way. Yeah, nice and clean. Nice and clean in there. Take away the balance fork now. There you go. I've noticed one thing there, there's not much oil in there. Not much oil. Right, what I'm going to do now is take away that screw there. Yeah. Oh, shall I take that? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take away the escapement cock there, look. And it's a cock because it's only got one screw. You see? Wow. Bear with me. So we can turn it over to the other side. No. Turn it there like that. What I've done, I've moved me the watch movement to this Myers 58 movement, the one that JD in Canada that he uses a lot. I bought it because it's more secure. There's the balance cock. There's a screw. How's that? I'll get a screwdriver. There's the balance cock off now. There you go. Yeah. There is the balance. How's that? That's lovely, that is. Now what I do is take off I want to take off this wheel here. There you go. As it goes clockwise. There you go. It goes clockwise, that one does. Take away. There you go. So the wheel, there's the got a bit of play in there, but it's okay. It does remind me of a what do you call that Omega watch for some reason. Right, what I'm going to do now is take away one screw, two screw, and three screws. This is for the barrel bridge. Okay, so there's one. There goes the barrel bridge as I took all the screws off. There, look. There you go. Beautiful job. There you go. Is it the sliding clutch? There. And oh dear. There's the sliding and the yeah. Now I'm going to take away this bridge here for the training wheels. Okay, so bear with me, please. As you can see, it's 17 joules. There's one screw. I think there's one screw. So there's only 2 screws for this. There you go. How's that? There's the other screw. There. Right. That better. Sorry about the what do you call it? The camera focus, but I'm trying to do 2, 3 things at once, and I'm not very good. There goes the training wheels bridge. Okay. While I was off camera, I've took away the cannon pinion. There you go. So I do apologise for that, as I haven't done one for a long time. But I'm getting there slowly. Look. I hope this video is okay for you. There's the middle wheel, which looks alright. There's the other wheel. There's so it's that first, second, third, fourth wheel there with a big for the second end. Right, now for the barrel. There you go. Put that over there. Now I can go up the other side now and see what that happens. Okay. So that's going. As you can see, it is a AS 970 movement, and I think it's got a 4 there as well. Not sure. It looks like it. Look. Why is it me? Looks like a 4, but it's the AS 970 movement. Okay. So I'll just what I'm going to do now is the keyless works. So bear with me. I'm taking away this cover plate here. It's got the spring there, so it covers that there as well. That was loose actually. Really loose. I don't know why that was loose. But I've got to admit one thing. The screws are absolutely absolutely small. You know what I mean? So I'm going to slowly do it. So bear with me. There's another one. There you go. There goes the spring. See, it's got really mucky. But right now I've got to see that spring there. That's the one that I've got to watch for, because there's the intermediate wheel there, and there's the minute wheel. Now I've got to take this spring off here. Bear with me. There's a spring. Look how hefty that is. Look at the size of that. But it's out now. Now for that this one here. There goes that screw there. Okay. I'm slowly trying to find the names of them. There is. I'll put that one there. And as you can see, it's all empty. There you go. What I'm doing now, I'm putting that watch in the ultrasonic cleaner. There you go. What I'm going to do now is try and put it together, so wish me luck. This is a very small movement, and I haven't done one for a long time. There's the bar bridge going on there. Now what I'm going to do now is fit this escapement wheel. There's one. Now I want to fit this little one here with the seconds dial down there. So I've got to put that in there somehow. So bear with me. I told you it was a fiddly job for me, didn't I? There you go. That was the easy part. Now what I've got to do is put in, if I can grab it because it's so tiny, is the cock for the balance, which is that bit there onto there. Okay. So bear with me. There's the balance cock there, which I'll put in now. Now what I've got to do is put in the other wheels now. So this is a very tedious job, I think. Yeah, that's the way. There you go. There's one there. This is the middle one, the middle wheel that I'm putting in now. So hopefully that'll slot straight in the hole. I wish it was all like that, as the bishop said to the actress. There you go. How's that? That's that part done. Now, what I've got to put in now is the bridge. This bit here. There you go. Let me just try and make it bigger. Like that. How's that? Is that better? Can you see it better now? It's a bit too high for me, but there you go. This is me doing it live on myself, but it's a video for you lot. So what I've got to do is get that one there. Okay. Now what I've done is I've put the cock on there, look, easy peasy. like that. As you can see, it's running freely now. All I've got to do now is find the screws. Now what I'm going to do now is put the screws in now, so bear with me, because these are so tiny screws, it's unreal. But we'll get there in the end, don't worry. There's one screw. See if I can screw it in now. Hopefully it's the right one. Should be though. Okay. There you go. How's that? There's one screw. Here is the second screw. There's it. There's two screws. I told you it was a small movement, didn't I? There you go. There's the second screw. Now I've got one more screw for the cock. Which is there. And now this movement is so tiny. It's so good I've got shaky hands, isn't it? But as you can see, it's going on nicely. It's gradually going together. So if I move that, see, it's going freely. Now what I'm going to do now is tighten up the screw holes, the screw, sorry, there. There you go. Now what I've got to do now is put on the barrel bridge. Now I'm going to put on the barrel bridge, so wish me luck. There you go. How's that? Now for the holes, for the screws, sorry. These screws are so tiny, but I suppose they're about as big as a. I think they're a bit smaller than a watch, to be fair, I think. You know what I mean? And there's the other. I'll just screw this one in so it doesn't go ping. I still like to call this movement though, because it reminds me of a mega movement, especially with the colour of it. You know what I mean? This is the second screw. How's that? Well, it's Thursday morning and it's spitting a rain, so I'm not going out today. Let me just see if this works. How's that? I'll get me old trusted black one. As you can see, it's working there. Look. I might have a sink there. There you go. So now I can just screw in a bit tighter. There you go. Now I've got the barrel bridge on. I'm going to put on the barrel, the crown on now. Look. Okay. This is a fiddly watch. But it'll be alright when it's done. Actually, what I have to go do is I've got to put in some, if I can, bear with me. I want to put some some oil on here, just there, and there. Then what I want to do is put some of this red oil on here, so it's inside of that there. Okay. Sorry about the wording of the oils, but as I can tell you, my brain forgets a lot of stuff. But I'm getting there slowly. There you go. Now for the screw, which I've got here. There you go. I'll get my biggest screwdriver for this one. So bear with me. There you go, it was anti-clockwise. There you go. How's that? Free and easy movement like that. How's that then? I can show you how big the movement is. Bear with me. This is a 5p piece from 1976. Look how big it is. That's how small it is. What I'm going to do now is attempt to put the pallet fork on. So wish me luck on this one, please. And while I'm at it, can you do me a favour please, as it doesn't cost nothing? Can you please like and subscribe to this channel please, as it does help it grow. I've only got 104 subscribers and I would like to know if I would want more if I can, if that's possible. I know I'm only a small channel, but I'd like to know if you can subscribe more please and like it please. Thank you so much for helping me. I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years now and I'm stuck at 104. I know sometimes I make a bit of a balls up and I haven't been on for a long time, but I'll get there. I put the pallet fork in and now I'm putting the cock on it. Like that. So that looks like it's gonna. So bear with me. Bear with me. There you go, I put the cock on now. It was a bit fiddly, but I got there in the end. So I'm just hoping. Let me just get this in sync like that. How's that? Is that better? How's that? Just stay like that, so I can put this. I can put the. Bear with me. Tell you the fiddly screws these. Either it's that or my hands don't work properly, so I do apologise. There you go. I'm hoping. There you go. How's that? So if I just move that around like that. So that should move like that. Right. What I do need is I need an automatic on the top of the camera, the microscope. I need an automatic camera that can focus, automatic focus. Right, so what I want to do now is, if I can, is put some wind on it, and hopefully it might work. Wow, I've just put some wind on it. And see, it's going. There you go. All I've got to do now is put the balance spring on and then start doing the other side then. So bear with me.
Oh.
What I'm going to do now is put in the balance spring. Sorry about the sound. I've got my mother-in-law here and the dog, and they're looking at phones, and I'm trying to do this, but it's okay. Hopefully I can get this on like that. Hopefully. Now I've got the balance spring in. What I can do now is, hopefully, put the screw in. That's the plan of action. Hopefully. So wish me luck. So bear with me. Hopefully. There's the little one, there's the screw. As you can hear, my mother-in-law's in the background, but never mind. She's after another phone, I think. I think this will be the I think this will be fifth phone, I think, altogether. Something like that, anyway. They're talking, I think she's on about getting a Samsung phone. There you go. There you go, as you can see. It's running now. How's that? Obviously it's not oiled yet, but it's still running like a dream, look, so far. Now what I've got to do now is go other side and put in the keyless works. As you can see. Sorry about the quality of the video, but it's the best I can do. I am an amateur and I'm not a professional. So what does that tell you? This is a hobby that I'm doing. While I'm on this side, I'm going to start doing some oiling, I think. Put some Mobius oil on it, because it's a very small movement. 1, 2. What I need to do is invest in some better version oilers. That's what I need to do, because there's one. Is because the ones I've got are so brittle and so small. I need to I think that was too much oil there, but hey ho. I don't know. What I've got to do before is when I finish is do that one there and that one there. Okay, but so far it's looking pretty good. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it all the way around so I can start doing the keyless works on. So bear with me. I want to put a bit of oil on. Just there. And one there. Okay. So hopefully, yep. What I'm going to do now is put some red oil, Mobius oil, onto these here. Okay. Like so. Then put some on this one here. There. Like that. Okay. I want to put some red oil on the winding stem as well, just there. Let me get my little tweezers so I know what I'm doing then. There you go. Put some on the tip there. Now my mother-in-law's gone, I can concentrate a bit more now. And she bought the dog Molly. Yeah, she was looking for a Samsung phone because she had this flip phone and she couldn't get on with it. So now, yeah, now she can start doing it now. Now what I want to do now is move over and start putting the winding stem on this here, like so. Actually, no, I can't do that really, can I? I've got to put these. I've got to put these on here. The winding pinion and the yeah. So that one goes that way, like so, like that. Then I think this is the winding pinion. This winding pinion, the sliding pinion. Okay, which is this one here. I've got. That one goes like that. Like so. But I've got to do this first. I've got to take that one back off again. And I've got to move that around there. How's that? That's better. Sorry about that. Then I can do the wind. Then I can put the winding in. Like so. So steady hands. Like that. That's it, take away the hair. There shouldn't even be hair in there really, but there really was. Okay. There you go. Now I can put in the winding stem. If it doesn't drop off my tweezers, that is. How's that? Can you still see it? Yes. It's a fiddly little one, this. But we'll get there. Hey, there you go. How's that so far? So bear with me. So what I've done, I've put in the winding stem. There, look. How's that? Then focus there. There you go. I've put in the winding stem and the key, and then the winding pinion, the sliding pinion. What I've got to do now is put a little bit of Mobius red one on that there, and then I'm going to get this right. I think it's that way. So bear with me. There you go. Yeah, just there. That's the one. Just there. There you go. What I'm going to do now, before I forget, is put in the cannon pinion, so I don't forget. But what I'm going to do first is put a bit of red oil on there. Just on there. And then put it on there, on that stem there. Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? Just like that. Now, what I've got to do is put in a little bit of this small grease. Put it on there. Put some on there. And put a little bit on this bit here. Not too much. See, what I want to do is invest in some better Bergeron oilers. I found some, then I think they're nearly £99, I think they are. That's what I want anyway. Because they're better than these ones I've got, these cheap £15 ones. You know what I mean? So now I've got to put on this cog here. Put this cog on here, like so. How's that? What I'm going to do, I'll put a bit of red oil on this bit there, so it's there. But I think I put a bit too much on there. So what I'm going to do is get some Rodico, put it on there. Okay. Now I want to put some red oil on this bit here. How's that? Yeah, I'm not putting too much on though. I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing, but I'm still learning. I'm getting there slowly. Now I've got to try and put the spring on the the clutch wheel as well. The clutch and this, put this on here, and then put that on, and then put on that on. So wish me luck. My wife Louise has gone past. She's making me some dinner. I'm going to put some red oil on this one because it's contact with metal to metal, which is there. Look. Okay. Now what I've got to do is put on the spring. So wish me luck. There's one bit. Now I've got to do this without flicking off. Like that. So bear with me. Hey, I did it. How's that? As you can see, I did it. Right, what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of red oil on this one here. Just there. There, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is put this plate on here now. Okay, so bear with me. I found the little screws for it and they are so tiny, it's unbelievable small. Really tiny. So what I want to do is put these screws in there like that. Okay, screw them in like so. Like that. Get that one in there. Then get this other screw. I'm not going to tighten up yet because there's the other screw. I'm going to show you what I want to do. I want to put this screw in here as well, like that. Like that. Just on loose enough so it's not too bad. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, if I can, move that so it's there like that. There you go. So now I can screw in the screws. There's one. You can tell it's a small movement because it's not staying in the holder properly. That's the problem. Bear with me. Let me try and get this in the order. There, it's a little bit better. It's not as bad, but there you go. How's that? Like that. Okay. Now what I've got to do now is put in this here, like so. So bear with me. I want to put this dial, this brass wheel on there like that. So, and now what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to put this little dial washer on which came with it. Now I've had my dinner, I feel a bit better now. All I've had is soup, but you know. There's the dial washer, like so. Now what I'm going to do is put in the dial. So bear with me. I've put the dial on now and it's stuck there with it. It's doing nicely with the screws. Now what I'm going to try and do now is put the hands on now. So bear with me. These hands are so tiny, it's unbelievable. I mean tiny. What I'm going to do first is the second hand. so bear with me. There you go. There's one of them going. There's one of them. I haven't got a dial pushy at the moment. The hands pushy at the moment. I haven't got one yet. What I need to do is get a dial. Is get a hands pusher and a proper mainspring winding set from Bergeon and get that done. And that's the only two things I think I need at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is put in the hands. Okay. So bear with me. It's because this is so tiny, it's unbelievable. It really is. I do hope you like me. I do hope you like me. My video, as it's the first one I've done for a very long time. As you can see, it's as you can see, it's got some there you go. There's a small hand, or our hand, and now I've got to do the minute hand. They are so tiny, it's unreal, but hopefully it should be okay. If you know what I mean. So bear with me. I'll put it on there, I've just got to put it down. So hopefully it will work. Hey, how's that? There you go. How's that? Now all I've got to do now is put it in the case. Now for the case. There you go. Put that on there, so like so. Now I've got it in the case and it's just looking lovely, look. So what I'm doing now is put the back on it now. There was no gasket towards the back. Okay, so now it's all done. I just want to say thank you ever so much for thank you so much. What I want to say is thank you ever so much for watching my channel. Could you please subscribe and please like, please, as I haven't got many subscribers. It will be most grateful and it will help my channel grow so much. So please, thank you ever so much for watching my channel. Goodbye. Have a lovely day.